All right, good afternoon, everyone. I know you must be having the afternoon slump, so bear with me. It's the last push. But hello, my name is Wang, and I'm here to share with you my journey towards actualizing my holistic growth and wellness podcast. So, as a first-generation immigrant and college graduate, I have often felt like my voice was diminished, especially immigrating to the United States at an age of 7. I didn't speak any English and I didn't look like many of my peers. This made me very conscious of my differences and it made me resent them. But it was a pivotal moment when I stepped onto my very first stage at the 2018 Virginia Girls State Conference, where I performed an original motivational rap on the double standard. And it was in front of an audience much like this one, of driven young women who really allowed me to understand that I have a powerful voice. I have a voice that can inspire, that can resonate, and that can empower others. And this gave me clarity. It made me understand that my heart it helped my head understand that by embracing my authenticity and sharing my unique experiences, I could truly give back to the world. And then fast forward to college, where I went out of state to the University of Michigan. I flash forward to University of Michigan. I essentially was coming from a low-income first-gen background, and so I felt an unimaginable burden to make my parents proud, and I'm sure many of you could relate to this. But at one point, I was essentially working 5 part-time jobs, 3 leadership positions, while maintaining a 3.8 GPA. So all you overachievers out there, I see you, I acknowledge you, and it was exhausting, which I'm sure you can understand and relate to, both emotionally, physically, but just completely overwhelming. And I realized that something needed to change. I took a step back, reflected on my life, and realized that I was out of balance. Maybe not physically right now in these heels, but emotionally I was spiraling. And this led my heart to discover my passion for wellness, for holistic well-being. And for those of you who don't know, holistic well-being is essentially the practice of maximizing all 8 dimensions of wellness. And it looks different for everybody. But for me, I knew that I wanted to invest more energy into my physical, spiritual, and intellectual well-being. So I started training for a powerlifting competition. I started meditating and really bringing awareness to my soul. And I started researching actionable strategies to implement balance into my life. And this was something that I knew my hustle could be, because I wanted to share this with the world. I just didn't know how. And then came a plot twist upon graduating from college. My full-time job as a private equity value creation consultant at PwC was pushed back for 6 months, and I was devastated. Like, in this economy, unemployed? Like, hello? But I soon realized that it was a silver lining, that this was the opportunity I needed, the time that I needed to turn my vision into reality. And so I started investing hundreds of dollars that I made from my multiple part-time jobs to creating social media content that really aligned with my brand. And thus, I synthesized, executed, and created my holistic wellness and self-growth podcast called In Perspective. And this platform became a place for me to spread knowledge, insights, and stories, hoping to inspire others on their own self-growth journeys. However, today, this is more than just a passion project. It's a testament to my creative ability, and it's a reminder, not only to me, but to every single one of you, that we can do anything we put our head, heart, and hustle to. So let me leave you with this. Embrace your voice, nurture your passions, and let your hustle be the bridge between your head and your heart. This is Annie Wang, and I just put my holistic growth journey in perspective.